Okay, so have you ever felt like you're just drowning in to-do lists?
Uh, yeah, I think we've all been there, right?
It's like this constant struggle with time management.
Totally. Like there's just not enough hours in the day.
Right. So today we're doing a deep dive on this whole idea of time management.
Okay.
But here's the twist. We're not looking at some, dry academic research.
Interesting. So what's the source material then?
It's actually a motivational story
Okay.
from a YouTube channel called Alpha Life.
Oh, Alpha Life. I've heard of that channel.
Yeah, they've got some interesting stuff. And sometimes, like, the simplest stories have the most powerful messages.
Absolutely. I'm all for that.
Yep.
So what's this particular story about?
So basically, it's about this guy named Rohan,
Okay.
and he's like the ultimate procrastinator.
Ah, relatable.
Right. He's living in this village where life is pretty laid back,
Okay.
and he's just kind of coasting,
Yeah. Yeah.
until he meets this wise old figure named Mr. Gupta.
Okay. Classic wise old figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Mr. Gupta doesn't just give Rohan advice.
What does he do then?
He has this mesmerizing hourglass.
Ah, an hourglass.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got some deep symbolism there.
Well, it totally does.
Yeah.
So Mr. Gupta uses this hourglass to show Rohan something really powerful.
Okay. I'm curious.
He basically says that each grain of sand that falls through
Mm-hmm.
represents a missed opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy, right?
It is a bit stark, but I guess it makes you think.
Exactly. It really drives home the point that time is limited.
Yeah, that's true. We can't just get more time.
Nope, it's a finite resource.
So I wonder, though, if focusing too much on that can be kind of anxiety-inducing.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like maybe there needs to be a balance between, urgency
Right.
and appreciating the present moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's easy to get so caught up in squeezing every second
Totally.
that we forget to actually enjoy the moment.
Exactly.
But I think the story is trying to highlight the consequences of just letting time slip away.
I see. So it's not about stressing over every second,
Right.
but making conscious choices.
Exactly. And that's where Mr. Gupta's advice comes in.
Okay, so what does he tell Rohan?
He gives him some practical tips.
Like what?
Setting clear goals,
Okay.
prioritizing tasks, and breaking those tasks down into smaller steps.
So it's not just about working harder,
Yeah,
it's about working smarter.
exactly.
That makes me think of the whole concept of deep work.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
It's basically the idea that you need to set aside time to really focus,
Okay.
eliminate distractions, and just work on the most important things.
So it's about being intentional with your time.
Right. And this story seems to be saying something similar.
It totally is.
Yeah.
It's not just about being busy.
Yeah,
It's about being productive.
exactly.
It's funny, because just yesterday, I caught myself falling into the trap.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be, like, brainstorming ideas for this episode,
Okay.
and somehow I ended up watching this 20-minute compilation
Mm.
of cats riding Roombas.
Uh-huh. Okay. I've definitely had my share of unproductive moments.
We've all been there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But going back to the story, I think that's why setting goals is so crucial.
I agree. When you have clear objectives, it's easier to stay focused.
Yeah. And avoid those time-wasting tangents.
Exactly.
But it's not all about productivity, though, right?
That's true. What else does this story touch on?
It also emphasizes the importance of relationships.
Okay, how so?
Mr. Gupta reminds Rohan that spending time with loved ones is precious,
Yeah.
and it's something we often neglect.
In our busy lives, right?
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the daily grind.
And let those connections slip away.
Exactly.
Mm.
So it's a good reminder that a fulfilling life
Uh-huh.
isn't just about achievements and accomplishments.
It's about those meaningful connections.
Yeah.
I like that. So this deep dive is making us think about what truly matters.
Yeah.
It's about defining what a fulfilling life means to you
Mhm.
and then using your time accordingly.
Exactly. And the story actually goes a step further.
Really, how so?
It shows Rohan inspiring others in his village.
Wow, so he takes what he's learned
Yeah,
and uses it to make a positive impact.
exactly. He uses his newfound understanding of time to help others.
That's awesome. It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah, it is. So it leaves me thinking about, how we can all use our time to make a difference.
That's a great point to end on. It's not just about managing time for ourselves.
Right.
It's about using it to positively impact our communities.
Exactly. So listeners, how will you use your time to make a difference?
That's something for everyone to ponder, I think.
Absolutely. Food for thought.
Definitely.